Welcome to the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. The name Uffizi simply means offices. Giorgio Vasari designed this long, river-facing complex for Cosimo I de' Medici beginning in 1560 to house the administration of the Tuscan state. The top floor gradually became a display space for the Medici collections, and in 1769 it opened to the public. As we climb past ancient busts and statues, we are entering a museum that is itself a Renaissance work of art. The first rooms bring us into 15th century Florence, where sacred stories are becoming more human, more spatial, and more attentive to nature. We pass an enthroned Virgin, scenes of coronation and devotion, and Botticelli's luminous Annunciation. Notice the angel's forward motion and Mary Botticelli's Birth of Venus. The drama painted is around 1485. Line, gesture, strictly speaking, and the measured geometry this is Venus arriving on the island of Cyprus, carried to shore upon a shell. Zephyr blows from the left, while a figure of spring waits with a flowered cloak. Botticelli is less interested in anatomical realism than in rhythm. The streaming hair, rippling fabric, and delicate outlines make the whole image feel like poetry set in motion. It was probably made for the Medici circle, where classical mythology and Renaissance philosophy could meet. Nearby are Botticelli's Palace and the Centaur and his great Primavera. In Palace, civilized reason appears to restrain the Centaur's instinct. Primavera gathers 9 mythological figures in an orange grove. Zephyr pursues Chloris, who is transformed into Flora. Venus presides at the center. Cupid aims above her. The 3 Graces dance, and Mercury clears the clouds. More than 40 plant species can be recognized. Its exact meaning remains debated, but love, fertility, peace, and renewal all bloom together. Botticelli's adoration of the Magi turns a biblical gathering into a portrait of Florence in the age of the Medici. The ruined architecture opens around the Virgin and Child, while richly dressed figures form a living circle. Members of the Medici family were traditionally recognized among the worshippers, and Botticelli himself looks outward from the crowd. We also glimpse his Judith sequence, where the heroine returns to Bethulia after the death of Holofernes. Beauty, courage, and political freedom are held in uneasy balance. The long Uffizi corridors are part of the experience. Their windows, antique sculpture, and patterned ceilings frame a chronological journey through painting. In this group of seated women, Piero del Pollaiuolo personifies the virtues: prudence with mirror and serpent, charity with children, and the companion figures of faith, hope, justice, and temperance. Botticelli supplied fortitude for the same civic commission. These were not merely decorations, they embodied the moral qualities expected in Florence's commercial court. Paolo Uccello's Battle of San Romano transforms combat into a dazzling experiment in perspective. Lances, fallen weapons, horses, and armored bodies behave almost like lines on a geometric diagram. The panel celebrates a Florentine victory of 1432 and once formed a set of three. Its companions are now in London and Paris. Beyond it, gilded medieval altarpieces remind us how radical this new fascination with measurable space must have appeared. We now move from the late Gothic splendor of Lorenzo Monaco and Gentile da Fabriano toward the calm order of the early Renaissance. Gold backgrounds give way to landscapes, believable architecture, and bodies with weight. Fra Angelico's sacred figures combine jewel-like color with extraordinary tenderness. In devotional panels and scenes of the Passion, painting becomes a bridge between private prayer and the new Florentine study of light, nature, and perspective. Several works here show the influence of Perugino and his circle. Serene Umbrian landscapes, clear horizons, balanced groups, and figures who communicate through quiet gestures. We pass a lamentation, Christ praying in the garden, Madonnas with the Christ child, saints, and narrative predella scenes. Piero di Cosimo's mythological imagination introduces stranger terrain and creatures. Renaissance painting was never a single style. Observation, devotion, fantasy, and classical learning developed side by side. Leonardo da Vinci changes the atmosphere. His Annunciation, painted while he was still close to Verrocchio's workshop, places the sacred encounter in a meticulously observed garden. The distant mountains dissolve into blue air, an early sign of Leonardo's fascination with optics. His unfinished adoration of the Magi is even more revolutionary. Figures surge around the calm Virgin and Child, horses rear in the background, and thought itself seems visible in every face and gesture. Because it was left unfinished, we can see Leonardo building an image from drawing into shadow. Raphael answers Leonardo with harmony. In the Madonna of the Goldfinch, Mary, Christ, and the young John the Baptist form a stable pyramid linked by glances and touch. The small bird traditionally foreshadows Christ's passion. The painting was shattered when a house collapsed in 1547 and was painstakingly reconstructed. Around it, classical statues and the celebrated octagonal tribuna reveal the Medici ambition to place ancient art and modern masters in one continuous conversation. The 16th century rooms show the Renaissance becoming more elegant and more psychologically complex. Portraits record the power and private character of the Medici court. Sacred paintings stretch proportions, heighten color, and favor unexpected poses, the language we now call mannerism. Works associated with Andrea del Sarto, Pontormo, Bronzino, Parmigianino, and their circles turn polished surfaces, elongated bodies, and cool intelligence into a courtly style. The route broadens beyond Florence. We pass crowded altarpieces, scenes of martyrdom and temptation, sensual mythologies, and sharply observed portraits. Northern detail meets Italian design. Venetian color challenges Florentine drawing. Salome with the head of John the Baptist, Lucretia, the Holy Family, and episodes from classical and biblical history show how artists used beauty to approach difficult subjects: desire, violence, loyalty, sacrifice, and death. Titian's Venus of Urbino meets our gaze with startling confidence. Painted in 1538, she lies in a refined Venetian interior holding roses, while servants search through a marriage chest in the background. The sleeping dog suggests fidelity, and the domestic setting connects sensual beauty with marriage and household life. Titian's warm flesh tones, white linen, red cushions, and deep green curtain make color itself carry the structure of the painting. The red rooms lead into the dramatic 17th century. Caravaggio's Medusa is painted on a convex ceremonial shield, freezing the instant after decapitation. Horror and illusion spill into the viewer's space. In Bacchus, a youthful god offers wine beside fruit that is ripe, bruised, and beginning to decay. Caravaggio makes mythology immediate through uncompromising observation. His followers and artists, such as Artemisia Gentileschi, use the same stark light to give old stories physical and moral urgency. In Caravaggio's Sacrifice of Isaac, Abraham's knife is stopped by an angel's forceful grip. Isaac's cry, the ram, the strong hands, and the sudden beam of light compress the biblical test into one unbearable second. Caravaggio removes the distance of ideal beauty. Sacred history happens to real bodies in real danger. Nearby candlelit pictures continue this revolution, letting light become both a natural event and a spiritual presence. Let the gallery itself come forward for a moment. The decorated ceilings, ancient marbles, and windows over the Arno preserve the character of a dynastic collection. Across the river stands the Pitti Palace. The Vasari corridor once linked it to the Palazzo Vecchio, through the Uffizi and across the Ponte Vecchio. Art, government, family power, and the city were physically connected. Michelangelo's Doni Tondo is the only completed panel painting by him that survives. The Holy Family twists into a sculptural knot of brilliant color, while nude figures occupy the background. The original carved frame is almost as inventive as the painting. Raphael's nearby works offer a gentler balance, including St. John the Baptist and the Madonna of the Goldfinch. Then the chronology opens toward Rubens and Rembrandt, northern masters deeply engaged with Italian art. The final painting label belongs to Rembrandt's 1665 portrait of an old man, traditionally called a rabbi. But the sculpture that closes the film is the celebrated Medici Venus, or Venere de Medici. This Hellenistic marble, generally dated to the late 2nd or early 1st century BC, shows Aphrodite in the Venus Pudica, the modest Venus, pose, suddenly conscious of being observed and instinctively covering her breast and pubic area. Its composition ultimately descends from the revolutionary nude Aphrodite associated with the Greek sculptor Praxiteles. Long admired in the Uffizi's Tribuna, the Medici Venus became one of the defining images of classical beauty for generations of European artists and travelers.